we're going to run through some of the spots that have been impacted by either early departures to the NFL draft, with Kyrie Elam being that guy, or just departures period to the NFL draft, and what you see heading into 22. And we know it's early, and spring ball is going to tell us a whole lot. But starting with Kyrie Elam, obviously one of the better players at his position in the SEC or nationally. How do you think that looks at this point for 22?
For 22, well, I probably can go ahead and go straight to some of the transfer portal talk to kind of mend that, because Florida did get a commitment recently from Jalen Kimber. He was at Georgia last year, so he transferred from Georgia to Florida, and he was a projected starter for that Georgia defense, Mark. But coming out of spring last year, had a nagging shoulder injury, played very little at the beginning of the season, and then decided to have shoulder surgery. So he barely played at all for Georgia this year. And then decided after the season, instead of, and Georgia had a really good defensive back recruiting class. So he probably could have stayed around and went into that battle one more time, and probably held his own for a bit since he won the starting job, or they said he wanted the starting job last year, but decides to go ahead and commit to Florida through the transfer portal. And for 2022, all right, Jayson Marshall, 5-star cornerback who got a lot of playing time as a true freshman, he's got one side locked up. So now you're going to have a battle on the opposite side of him, Jaden Hill, who will be coming back from an injury himself, just like Kimber, and also Avery Helm, who got a good bit of playing time this past year as well. So a really good cornerback battle for Florida with Kyrie Elam going. And look, that actually wasn't set in stone after the season. More than likely he was going to go. His draft stock did drop a little this year. He was a mid to high first-round draft pick before the season. Now slid back to maybe tail end of the first round, high second-round pick. So there was some talk Kyrie Elam could come back, but now since he didn't, it opened up a spot for Florida in the secondary, and Jalen Kimber transferred from Georgia.
Kimber's a guy, as you mentioned, only one game played for the Bulldogs last year, 2 the season before. But, 247 Sports composite top 10 cornerback coming out of high school, top 100 player, 105 in the nation. So talented guy, definitely comes to the fold there.